Welcome back, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed your sessions. Did Matt have you all stumped with the questions about Michigan City? I know he had me stumped. That's going to have it.
We did well.
That's going to have. What was that?
Our group did pretty good. We got most of the questions right.
Oh wow!
That's pretty good.
Well, I'm going to start the meeting right away with a video that I'd like to show you.
Jim, you have an echo going on.
I heard that.
Hey, Stacy.
Unmute. How are you?
I haven't seen you for a while.
I know. It's fun to see your face.
I know. I had to look at your name and go, oh my God, that is Stacy.
Jimmy got lost. I'm back.
Jim, I don't know if you're talking. I can't hear you.
Jim, you're muted. Okay.
I guess it happens
better if I
unmute myself. All right, I'm going to turn the meeting over to Katie, who's going to do the introduction of our guest of honor. Katie, you want to go ahead?
Yes, thank you. I would just ask everybody else themselves. Quite a bit of echo. Thank you. Yep, that sounds better. Thank you so much. Well, I am so honored to be able to have the privilege today to introduce our Alinsky Excellent Award winner, Dr. Barbara Easton Watkins. The Paul J. Alinsky Excellence Award is presented in honor of Paul Alinsky, who was a past chamber chairman of the board, Rotary Club president, and founder of Sentinel Alarm Company here in Michigan City. Paul passed away in 1997. And this award was created to keep his memory alive. The award is given annually to a person from the Michigan City community who exhibits dedication to community service and excellence, passion and innovation in their vocation and career, which these are the areas in which Paul excelled. So I'm going to read a little bit of the nomination that I submitted for Dr. Barbara Easton Watkins. But before I do, I want to just reflect on my memory of the first time that I met Dr. Barbara Easton Watkins. I met her as a parent of a child. At the time, I had just my oldest, who is now almost 17, was entering, I think, first grade at the time at Cool Spring Elementary School, and Michigan City Area Schools had just hired this brand new superintendent, and she took it upon herself to embark on conversations in the community to hear from not only community stakeholders, but most importantly to me at the time, she wanted to hear what parents thought of Michigan City Area Schools and where they were headed and what their hopes and dreams were for the school system in which their children were attending. And so I remember sitting in a classroom, maybe a dozen other parents that were there, and she came in, and we just had this very informal conversation about what were some of the things that we had seen as not going so well. And then the most important part is we talked about our vision for the future, and she just listened. I talked about that a little bit in my nomination form, of how she really is someone who listens to the people around her. And I'm sure she'll talk about the team that she's surrounded with that helps her get everything done that she needs to get done here in Michigan City and for the school system. But she really took the time to listen to parents, and it was such an inspiring moment. And I remember it very clearly. And I also remember thinking, like, she is going to do amazing things for our school system. And I'm so proud to be a parent of a kid that gets to attend this school system that she's going to change. And she has definitely done that. And I am also so honored that as I've grown in my career over the years, that I've gotten to have the opportunity to work alongside her on many different projects and activities here in Michigan City. And she truly is someone to look up to, and excels at everything that she does, and knows how to pull people in and share her passion for what she does. I just want to state, since beginning her role as superintendent of Michigan City Area Schools, there has been nothing but positive progress made in our school system. Her service and dedication to her career and the field of education has been a blessing to Michigan City. We are better because of the improvements she has made over the last decade. Her commitment to excellence for herself, the school system, and this community is the reason she is the recipient of this award today. I've been very fortunate to have our paths cross for a variety of reasons, and I am a better person and I'm a better leader because of my time that I have been able to spend with Dr. Barbara Eason-Watkins. I think anybody who has had an opportunity to work alongside her would say that they feel that they are a better person because they know her. She truly is deserving of this award, and I couldn't think of anybody else more deserving this year after the year we've had and the leadership that she has shown over the last year with Michigan City Area Schools and moving through this pandemic, and truly being a community leader for us during this time. I am honored to introduce, and Lance is going to do the service of handing over the award, but at this time I would like to turn it over to Dr. Barbara Eason-Watkins, our recipient of the Paul J. Alinsky Excellence Award this year in 2021. Barbara?
Well, thank you so much, Katie, for those kind words. And many of you I've had the opportunity to talk with recently, and I am the first one to say that this to me is something that reflects not only the collective energy and hard work and commitment of just a dynamic team. You see Betsy and Stacy that are on, and Jan was our former curriculum director right here, Lance and Wendell McCollum, who I was fortunate enough to be able to recruit back from another Northwest Indiana district to serve with us. Wouldn't take no for an answer. But everyone really comes together, our teachers, our principals, other members of our cabinet. I'm just so fortunate to have such a great team. But in addition to that, I often say that it was truly humbling for me to come into a community such as Michigan City and to really see individuals and organizations and business leaders who truly care about the community and the people who live here. And I have been, part of so many endeavors that have supported making a difference in the lives of our students and families, through the United Way, through the Salvation Army's efforts. We try to ensure Duneland Health is another, but just trying to make sure that our families' critical needs are addressed. And Katie and Clarence, who's with the Economic Development Corporation of Michigan City, have worked with us to also connect us with local businesses and business professionals to ensure that, we were able to hear from them the things that really mattered. And I'm just truly humbled, for all of this. I can remember coming into the Michigan City area schools. It was my very first day, and someone from Dr. Dworkin's office from PNC at the time came to see me and said, why isn't Michigan City taking advantage of the opportunities for dual credit? I said, you know what? I've been here 30 minutes and I don't know, but I'll tell you, we'll find out. And when we now look at the fact that we have students that are going on to college, and some of them are going as sophomores because of the dual credits that they've earned, with the Michigan City area schools, our partnerships with Purdue and Ivy Tech, and more recently with the University of Notre Dame, have really proved to be an advantage not only for our students, but for the families that we serve here in Michigan City. And just to tell you a little bit about me, I grew up in a family where service was the norm and nothing less was expected. My grandparents were very active in the civil rights movement, and with my grandfather as a pastor actually opening up his church so that the African American children could learn to read and to really be prepared for schooling. And many of them went on to college and to do other things. And that level of passion to serve and to give back has been so important. And when I think about Rotary, and I can go back to, the first time I actually had the opportunity to listen to you, share your thoughts, Bud Ruby pulled me aside and he said, what you're doing is really important. And if somebody gets in your way, you let us know and we're going to take care of it. And I felt that there was just an arm of protection and, those that were truly, truly committed. And Maggie, you may not remember, but my first weekend as superintendent, she came to my house to talk to me about what had been taking place in the Michigan City area schools and the community before I got here. Because one of the things I didn't want to do was to come in and not honor the hard work of so many and to really understand what the needs of this community broadly were so that we could work together to move forward. And I can say that, I know I haven't done everything right, but I tried to ensure that, we were embracing the ideals, the vibrant energy, the innovative spirit of this community, and yet at the same time, nurturing our children. I often say that we have more than 75% of our families who are struggling. They're in the low income category. And so just as important as it was for us to figure out learning models, we had to make sure that we were figuring out how to feed our families, because that was something that was critical. And so, I accept this award today collectively on behalf of not only my great team, but also such a great community that I'm honored to serve. And I can tell you wholeheartedly, my commitment remains as strong as it was day one. And as long as I'm here, I will do everything within my power to ensure that we continue to make things happen for the students and families in this community. Thank you all so much.
Well, you're very welcome.
On behalf of the Michigan City Rotary Club, I wanted to present to Dr. Watkins the Paul J. Alinsky Excellence Award for everything she does in the community and to help our students. I've worked with her for over 9 years now, and she's just an amazing person. And we're just so fortunate to have her in our community. Thank you, Dr. Watkins.
Well, thank you as well for this, humbling award. When I looked at the list of individuals who had received this award, in the past, I said, wow, this is really awesome. But again, it is simply not me alone. It is more broad. And I am so passionate about our children being honored and recognized. I saw something today in LaPorte County Life about Caitlin Steinheiser. Do you know they didn't mention that she graduated from Michigan City High School? Take a look at it. I said, Betsy, we got to get to them and let them upgrade it, because there's some great things that are happening that are not recognized. And that's the kind of passion that I have. We fight for what's right for our students and the recognition they deserve. So again, thank you so much for this recognition today.
Jim, you're on mute.
Okay, we should all give Dr. Watson a round of applause. Let's do that. Okay, also, there's a couple items in the chat that I'd like to read out. One says from Matt Howell, good to hear about dual credit in the region, both as a professor at Ivy Tech and a Notre Dame graduate, and as someone whose wife graduated from Purdue Westville. So I guess he's good to hear about those dual credits. Matt, you want to say anything in particular to Dr. Watson?
Nothing. I'm so happy to see dual credit expanding all the time, and I work with dual credit instructors in the region. So, yeah, any of them teach psychology, anything like that. I'm just happy to see it expanding constantly.
Okay, thank you. Also, there's a comment in here from somebody I'm not going to mention, but it says, hey, I understand you're a great Girl Scout as well.
Yes, I definitely was a Girl Scout all the way through, started as a Brownie and continued. And in fact, as a senior in high school, I worked at the Girl Scout office in Detroit. So service is something that I'm truly committed to.
Thank you very much. Anybody have any other questions for Dr. Eason Watson?
I do.
Don't forget to unmute yourself.
Hi, everyone. This is Dion Campbell. And I wanted to personally congratulate Dr. Barbara Eason Watkins. Thank you for being an inspiration to me personally. You really, really inspire me, your leadership style. The thing that I love about you in your leadership position is that you lead for all people. A lot of people could try to put you in a box and look at the fact that you are an African-American woman, but I think beyond that, you are just a tremendous leader that relates to all people, all ethnicities, and all races because of the level of excellence that you have consistently executed throughout the years. I personally love you very much, and I'm glad that you are in my life, and our city is a better place because you're here. Congratulations.
And Dion, thank you so much. You all may not know that it was Dion who came to me when he became the SRO during my watch here in Michigan City. And he told me, I think that we can do things a lot differently and better meet the needs. And he took it upon himself to take courses and to transform the role of the SRO. One of the things that I was hoping was to get some of the churches more involved in the work, at our schools, not from a religious standpoint, but, I know how my involvement in terms of service and commitment meant so much to me. And we had a program in Chicago called One Church, One School, where churches could actually work, not from a religious standpoint, but just working and mentoring the young people in the community. And Dion, in his role, while he was SRO, but also a pastor, he actually worked with me to establish the program that you see operating at Edgewood. And I think his daughter was a student at Edgewood, at the time. And it's those kinds of relationships that have just made me so proud to be a part of this community. I think about, I didn't talk a lot about the business connections that we had, but Fred Dwight put a bank at Michigan City High School because he wanted to promote, having more banking professionals from Michigan City serving in our local banks. And then the partnerships with NIPSCO and the partnerships with Joe Core with the construction trades program, and more recently with the Compressed Air Academy, trying to ensure that an industry that was so critical to this community would have the workforce for the future. And we're working now with some of the individuals affiliated with Franciscan. Our next journey is really embarking upon how we can broaden, our input with the healthcare industry. And so, just across the board, there have been so many who I personally have had the opportunity to work with. And I am just so impressed by the level of love and commitment in Michigan City.
Hey, any other questions for Dr. Barbara Watson or any comments somebody would like to make?
Hi, this is Jim Alinsky, Paul Alinsky's brother. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
I just wanted to say congratulations to Dr. Eason Watkins and to thank her for the incredible effort that she makes on behalf of Michigan City and Michigan City's students. I want to thank Rotary for the opportunity to participate in more than 20 years of these awards. And thank you, Jim Wellborn, for the invitation once again. Thank you, Dr. Eason Watkins, for all you do. Michigan City is so very fortunate to have you.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. And again, it just means so much. My husband wasn't able to join me today, but I have to tell you, I couldn't do everything that I do without the tremendous level of support he's provided me over the years. And it is so important to have someone in your life who gets you. And even if they don't get everything you do, they allow you to blossom and do the things that matter. And so I just wanted to give, him the recognition so that you all know it. I've had my family at work and I have strong family support as well at home.
Well, Dr. Eason Watkins, I can tell you that you can let him know that this video will be online. So if he wants to join later and see how things went, he can do that.
I will definitely let him know.
Okay. Anybody else?
Well, I want to say
You got to mute yourself.
not to mention those cute dogs you have.
Which ones? Because I have a small dog, but my husband has Siberian Huskies, and one of them just had a load of puppies.
Oh my gosh. I've not met the Siberian Huskies. I just remember the small dogs. Oh my gosh. Well, with those Siberian Huskies, he can start dog teaming and go on the trails up in Friendship Gardens.
Well, I was finally able. At first, he wanted to keep all 7 of them, and then I convinced him that wasn't an idea. That we needed to find wonderful homes. And fortunately, we interviewed all of the people who came to us who were interested, and they've been sending pictures so that we can monitor the growth. So I'm excited about the fact that he went along with my idea. Let's just keep in touch and monitor and enjoy the fact that they started with us.
Okay. Becky, go ahead.
Yeah. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Barbara, you reminded me, congratulations. And you reminded me of when I did come to your house and visit you, because I was tasked with we had done all that strategic planning for the school. We'd invested years, actually, in it, like 5 years in doing that. And we had 8 action items, and you bravely were going to boil it down to 3. But I got to say that it was just your communication skills, your personality, your knowledge. You took 5 of those right off the table just by being you. And I just think that's amazing. And I knew Paul. I think he would have been so supportive of all your innovation. He would have loved it. I mean, he would have loved the Energy Academy and the Construction Academy, and now the Compressed Air, Academy, and then all the innovation around fiber and solar. I mean, he would have been all over it. So, good on you. And I think you're a wonderful recipient of this award.
Well, thank you.
Anybody else? Jen Lee? Okay.
Dr. Eason Watkins, it is such an honor to see you receive this. I'm so glad that you're nominated, and I'm glad that you won the award. I couldn't think of a more deserving person. I'm so proud to serve on the school board and be close to you, because like Katie said, it's just being in proximity with you. I feel like I'm learning so much, and you're such a shining light to our community, and I'm so proud.
Well, thank you so much. And, one of the things that was instilled in me, and when I was a young principal in Chicago, in fact, at the time I first became a principal, I was the youngest principal they had ever assigned. And there were so many who stood with me and said, we're here to support you. They gave me ideas, they gave me strategies. And so I get it that it's important, if we're going to remain vital and if we're going to remain strong, we have to help build the next generation. And so I really feel that, I always say to people, if there's something I can do or share that can help you in your efforts, just let me know. And if I can make it happen, or if I can provide a level of support, I try to do that. So thank you, Jenny, and Katie as well, for all that you've done and the things that I know you've helped to make happen as well.
Anybody else? If not, what we're going to do right now is, well, first of all, I want to say myself, congratulations, Barbara, for the great job that you do. As you know, the LaSalle Council of Boy Scouts of America also gave you a nice award for what you do. So you're being recognized not only in the county, but all the way across the state. So that's really good. And I remember watching a few years ago when I was a young man. and I was watching Chicago television. I remember seeing you on Chicago television, by the way. And then sometimes it wasn't very nice, the things they were saying to you. So we're not going to let that happen here. Don't worry about it. Okay, what we're going to do now, and anybody that wants to can stick around. We're going to have a little bit of what we call a SARGE program that Matt's going to put on for us. And so it's a little more of our fellowship or how we can get together. And so stick around if you can. If not, I understand. So Matt, over to you.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Rotary. It is another beautiful day in Michigan City. This beautiful February day. We're just going to do a little bit of good of the order. And if you have anything you'd like to share, I remind you that normally in a meeting we would be taking a couple bucks for sharing. This is the honor system. If you'd like to go to our Club Runner page, you can make a donation there based on your goodwill. So, anyone want to share today?
Well, I can say a couple things, Matt. I'd like to say that I'm really happy to see Brenda Temple back with us because she hasn't been around for a while. And Susan Pound, I'm glad to see you join us today too. So welcome back, ladies.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
Boy, I hadn't looked over everyone who was here. Hi, Susan. How wonderful to see you. Good. Anyone, anything for the good of the order today? Anyone? Don't all speak up at once.
I would just mentioned that we do have a legislative briefing here at the chamber tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Fellow Rotarian House Representative Pat Boy will be on that call with us, as well as State Senator Karen Talion. They'll just be giving some updates of things that they're working on during this legislative session, and then obviously taking some questions from anybody that is participating. So if you have time to jump on the Zoom meeting at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, I'll put that link in the chat box, or you can also find it on our Facebook page or on our website.
Hey, thank you, Katie.
It's Jessica. I just, Katie, I'm gonna have to lean on you for this, but LCN has the Share the Love this week. What is the give back today? I don't remember because I'm not looking at it right now, but there's give backs this week.
Today is at South Bend Chocolate Cafe at the Outlet Mall, so you can go get your chocolates and treats for your loved ones for Valentine's Day, or if you still need lunch, they have sandwiches and soups and salads and all that stuff for dinner. Tomorrow is Boathouse Grill. And also at Uptown Social, you can stop by. They're having a free photo booth. So Valentine's Day photos with your friends, families, couples, kids. It's hands-free. You go in, you just say click, and the machine takes your photo. So lots of fun. That's from 1 to 5 tomorrow. So stop by and do that. It'll be indoors, so nice and warm.
Jim, before my time is over, can I use this to ask Brenda about the spa at Blue Chip, if there's any? I'm so desperate for a spa day.
We are working on a plan to open it. I don't anticipate opening it anytime before April or May. It really depends on lifting of the restrictions from the governor's order and the gaming commission. We'll open it when it's a profitable venture. It probably will be a Friday open rather than being every day.
Thank you.
Good question, Jessica.
I was happy to see Maggie Sparks on WIMS this morning.
You saw her on WIMS? How'd that happen?
Telling the world about the good work of Unity.
Very good.
Thanks, Matt, for listening. We saw you on there. Yeah, I just want to do a little shout out. We're having a fun little event tonight from 6 to 7, virtual wine tasting. And I didn't buy the wines yet, so I'm going to wait and see what they taste like before I go to Al's and buy them. But it's $25 donation. You just become a friend of Unity. It's the dead of winter. Valentine's Day is coming up pretty soon, and we thought we would just have this silly fun event. So just consider joining us. Go to uflc.net and sign up. So we hope you can join us.
Great.
Nice. All right. Jim Scott, is he still in the room or did he sneak out? No, he snuck out.
He snuck out.
Okay.
Tom Stokes hasn't, though. You can get him.
Hi, Tom. How are you? I was going to ask Jim about his bike riding, but or skiing. What are you doing these days, Tom?
We're doing land training. Okay. The 1st of March, we'll head down to Florida and actually get on some warm water. So we're looking forward to that.
Nice. Nice.
I do want to say one thing, Matt. I want to say, you like this shirt I'm wearing right here? You like that? If you go onto our website and you click on order t-shirt, you can get one of these, So don't forget that. Just sign in there. And by the way, the money is going to be used to help put a bench at Franciscan Memorial Hospital. So
very good. Thank you. Thank you. I remind you all that we are sorry, I'm tongue-tied. Rotary Foundation, make your donations. We are striving for a $50 per member rate of giving. so that we can become, so that we can work towards getting a grant. So I remind you all of all of that. I would like to congratulate the Reverend Dr. Dennis Carroll. Did I get that right? I did. Congratulate him on his birthday. Was, I believe, last Sunday. So happy birthday, Dennis.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm very blessed to get this far, from 7 to 77. Thank you all.
We missed you. We missed you at our online worship service on Sunday, but I do want you to know that Father Hugh Page said a wonderful prayer in honor of your birthday.
Well, thank you so much, Matt. I tried to get in on it, but you're going to have to send me another link.
I will. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Pastor Dennis, at least now I know you're older than I am.
What was that, Jim?
I know you're older than I am now, so you're really an old man.
Well, you're just a young one yet. You'll catch up. Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Okay, not hearing anything else. I think we're about ready to wrap it up. Pastor Carroll, would you do the honor of giving us a little prayer as we exit?
Yes, I certainly will. Let us bow our heads in prayer. Almighty God of hope, we have been through so much in the past year, and we are weary, and yet we have hope. You have called us to love one another and our neighbors, and we share our human resources with those in need. There are times when it just seems that there is too much need to bear, but yet we have hope. We are called upon to you offer emotional support, care, and encouragement and compassion for those that need healing. We may not always have the right words or know exactly what to say, but simply being present for others offers comfort. And your presence, your hope. We do not know what the future holds, oh God, and that is why perhaps you call us to live lives of faith, trusting in the evidence of things that not seen. We do not sometimes see hope, but we know that by faith we see the future of hope. In your precious name we pray. Amen.
Thank you so much. Okay, Jim, it's back to you.
All right. Don't forget, next week we have Patty Shields, the Executive Director of Career Coaching, who's going to be our speaker. So join in a little bit, have some fun at the tables before we start the meeting. Also, if you go on our website, you'll see that the Rotary Foundation is offering a thing they call Passion Projects. Take a look at that. You may want to be able to have anybody, Rotarian or not, who wants to do something good for the community can get half their funding done through our foundation based on, well, you can look at what the rules are there. They're too hard to go over right now. Take a look at the Passion Projects. It's a good idea. And we'll see if we can get that promoted a little bit too. Again, I want to thank you all for coming. Jim Alinsky, thank you very much for joining us today. I really appreciate it. And I'm sure Paul would be proud to be able to see Dr. Watson get her award.
Thank you again, Jim.
Okay, with that in mind, we'll let everybody go. I hope you enjoyed the meeting, and we'll see you next week.
Be blessed, everyone.